Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day and a wonderful life, of course. In today's video, I'm going to unbox and review the hibreak color from bigme. This unit was sent out for me to try out, but as always, all opinions are all my own. As some of y'all know, I've tried out my fair share of e-readers or e-ink devices. This is the first promising colored phone-sized e-ink device, so I had to give it a try and let y'all know how I feel about it. So let's go over some specs. The hibreak comes with a 5.84-inch display in black and white or in color with a $30 difference. It comes with 6 GB of RAM and 128 GB of internal storage. But thanks to the micro SD and SIM card slot, you won't only be able to add more storage up to 1 TB, but you'll also be able to get 4G LTE connection with your carrier of choice. According to bigme, the dual cameras are both HD and the hibreak runs on Android 11 OS, which is a bit outdated in 2024, but I digress. I'll go over the rest of the specs and features in just a bit. Okay, so it's been 2 weeks now of me testing out the device. There's no case out for it yet, so I kept things simple. I was able to find a cute lock screen picture from Pinterest and decided to download a launcher because the UI is pretty sad. So shout out to Chani because I almost came on camera with my hibreak looking a hot mess. Off the bat, I could tell the colors look more washed out than normal devices using the Kaleido 3 e-ink technology, including the B75-1C. I'll do a side-by-side comparison later. On the left side, there's a button where you can add different actions to it, like refreshing the screen that helps with ghosting. And when I press it twice, it shows up all my open tabs. The control center has the same features like the B75-1C, but it seems to be lacking in a different lighting mode. You can fix that in the settings, but it would have been better if they kept that in the control center like the bigger tablets. The e-ink center is still available, of course, so make sure to switch between different settings depending on what app you're using. The hibreak also comes with AI assistant. You can write down notes or record voice memos for meetings thanks to the bigme V2T app, and you can also use ChatGPT for all your needs via the pre-installed bigme GPT app. Test the sound. So if you already know how I feel about colored e-readers or e-ink devices, I love using them more so for manhwa and manga because even with the warm light on my S24 Ultra, it's still kind of hard on my eyes and the phone is a bit on the heavier side. Again, it is slightly washed out, and since I'm used to reading on my B75-1C, it can be hard to switch over to this device because of that. I also want to point out that the camera is washing out the color just a tad bit, so keep that in mind. I have read a few books with it so far, and since it's lightweight, I didn't feel uncomfortable reading without a pop socket. A major con for me would have to be the speaker because of how low it sounds. I had to download an audio booster in order to hear things better. Nothing to write home about when it comes to the camera, but I will leave some side-by-side comparison next to a flagship phone in just a bit. This is perfect for cozy gaming and even retro gaming, so if you want to use this for that, you're more than welcome to. I actually like using this when I go to bed, even when I'm watching anime, Netflix, or even YouTube because of the display. Just make sure to switch to video mode in the e-ink setter. One of the main features that I know a lot of people were wanting with the Book's Palma is finally on the bigme hibreak. So you're able to make calls, text, search the web, and all the extra features using 4G and LTE has. The front light isn't the brightest out of all my e-ink devices, but it still gets the job done. Yes, it has dark mode when you go into settings, or sometimes apps have that feature as well where you can toggle it on. If you're using this phone like any other phone, expect to charge it between 5 to 6 hours of use. If you're strictly just reading on this, expect to charge it every 3 to 5 days depending on how heavy you're reading. Now let me get into the cons real quick. The first one being the camera not being flushed out. Because of this, it rattles when you set it down, and I'm kind of scared of cracking it by accident since it pokes out. Lastly, I don't like the side buttons that much because it is flushed into the device, and you have to really press down, and there has been times where I accidentally turn it off when I'm trying to press the refresh button. It sucks that there isn't any case for this yet, and no, the Book's Palma won't fit on this because the hibreak is slightly narrower. Both the Book's Palma and hibreak feels light, and I still love my Book's Palma to this day. I might do a comparison video later on, but let me know if that's what y'all would want to watch or not. I still use my B75 1C, but the reviews are mixed and it sucks because I've had a good experience annotating on this. I'm working on the review on the Kobo Libra color, so expect that in 1 to 2 months. But in the meantime, I do have a video on my brother's Kobo Clara color and a comparison video between all of my e-readers. Now, what do I always say, class? A lot of colored e-readers aren't going to look like you're reading on an iPad or a modern phone, so don't expect the colors to be super popping and vivid because unfortunately the technology isn't there yet, and the e-ink display is there to help with eye fatigueness. So keep that in mind if you want to give a color e-ink or e-reader a try. It will be cool once bigme works on their next e-ink phone that it will come with a flush camera, better buttons, and different cases to customize it to our liking. Would it be too much to ask for a stylus like the Galaxy Note 10 Ultra? Anyways, that's going to be all for this video. Thank you bigme for allowing me to try out my very first color e-ink phone, and thank y'all so much for watching another cozy-ish unboxing and review session with me. Please stay safe and take care of yourselves. See you in the next one. Deuces.